what's up, guys? It is the 585 Boys here with Johnny again, as always.
What's going on, everybody?
We're gonna do a pretty cool episode here for Pride Month. A little Pride appreciation. Brought a couple guests in to cover this with us, and hope you guys sit back and enjoy. I'll let our guests do the intro. Who do we got here today?
I'm Liz. How's it going?
What's up, Liz?
What's going on?
I'm Mel.
Mel?
How's it going?
All right. All right, so there you have it. Quick and easy introduction there. Liz and Mel, and I wanted to start this one off by hitting some myths, some kind of out there stuff that I wanted to kind of touch base on first, and then we'll kind of just let things take us where this ride goes. One thing. So one myth I found out there that I see, is there treatment to change sexual orientation? Is there like gay camps you see on movies? You see how these parents talk about, oh, my kid's gay. I want to get him fixed. Is that a real thing?
It's not a real thing.
Yeah,
actually.
maybe to some people, but no.
No.
Yeah, maybe some people are like hopeful that that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Being gay really isn't a sickness.
right.
It's not a disease. It's
Right.
just you are born that way.
Right. Okay. So what do you? So I guess that kind of covers your thoughts on that too. Is pretty stupid, right?
I mean, honestly, if I had a choice to not be gay growing up when I did, I would have chosen not to be because I wouldn't have chosen that hard road. You know what I mean? I got a lot of ridicule for that shit when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have chosen that for anybody. I wouldn't have put that on anybody.
That's. I'm glad actually you brought that up because that was actually one of my questions. Also was being gay, is that something that you wish or think it would have been easier growing up or coming up in life without? Like.
I mean, I guess it kind of depends on how old you are and what you had to endeavor because times have changed. I don't know how old Liz is.
I'm 32.
Same. I'm 32. And growing up in the middle school in Brockport, I was the only gay, woman in school. It was hard. It wasn't fun, and my mom got a lot of shit for it, and it was just, I wouldn't have chosen that life. I'm not an activist out there proud, but I'm, to myself, sort of proud and happy these days.
Right.
That's the important thing.
You say your mom got a lot of shit like from other parents?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
No, even as a young child, I've always had real short hair. I was dressed in a t-shirt, pants.
Right.
She'd take me to the women's room as a kid, and people would be like, "Are you lost?"
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was, and my mom would be like, "No."
Right, yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
lost,
no,
and
yeah.
she'd stick right up for me. My father, too. I mean, they were both very supportive of my choices, but they got a lot of shit as I was growing up, too.
Okay.
Then, I mean,
That's
it's
not something
definitely,
you really think
No,
about.
no,
that
no.
side of it too.
they were, I was lucky enough to have parents that supported me,
Yeah.
but not a lot of people have
Right.
parents that support me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's big.
I have other people who support me.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
So much.
Parents?
Not really. I'm engaged, and my mom's already told me that she'll never be at my wedding, just because.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's an elder at the church. Don't get me wrong; they're all great people, and I believe in God, but I don't believe in that.
Right.
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 So, it's whatever. I've learned to accept it. I have other people who are willing to be there. So.
That's great. I think that's a natural thing for people to think about having kids, and if they grow up and they have anything, if they have Down syndrome or if they're gay or if anything that's not the air
Normal.
quotes normal,
Right.
right? That's something that all parents think about when they're going to have kids. But in my head, I'm like, how could you abandon your kid, regardless
any
of
circumstances.
yeah,
Any circumstances, yeah.
right. That's your blood, you
Yep.
know. So I can't
I don't
imagine.
know. If you ever get that answer, let me know.
Maybe we'll have to have her on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
let's hit a couple more here. I think this kind of goes along with being gay isn't a choice. It's not an illness. Can childhood trauma affect your sexual orientation?
I mean, I sort of think it can.
Okay.
I mean, I have had a few different girlfriends over, the course of my life, and it has been a known fact that people have been traumatized, women per se, have been traumatized by male figures, and they get really turned off by the idea. So they revert back into what they're comfortable with, which is what they know, and that's themselves, and they sort of become gay by fault. So I've seen that. I've definitely seen that in two occasions. People that have children from a previous something because they don't believe in abortion, but then because of the conception, they become gay.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I've seen that. And
Okay.
It's a real thing.
Wow, I have not. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Wow.
That's
That's crazy.
For instance, somebody gets raped, as a teenager or something. That idea of a male might turn them off.
Wow.
Speaking from a woman's point of view.
Right.
So
Okay. Yeah.
No kidding.
So, I mean, I can chime in on that because I was molested when I was 8 by my babysitter. So, for a long time, up until recently, like, I, for some reason, thought that I was gay because of that.
A male? It was a male
Yeah.
babysitter? Okay.
Yeah. But my family walked in during it. So it was stopped. And I was brought to the hospital and, all the weird stuff. We're not going to get it. Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
So, I liked girls before that. But I couldn't say anything because, growing up that was wrong.
Right.
So it was like I kept all that in. And then I'm recently letting it all out. Like, being okay with that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just like learning. I feel like I go through a phase every couple of years. Like, and it gets better. Like I'm one-upping.
No kidding.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, it's crazy. It's mind-fucking.
Right.
I'll say that. Because a part of me is like, okay, they're my family. I love them. And then the guys are like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, nope. You do realize I'm gay, right? Like, I have had a couple of drunken accidents.
Right.
I think.
I
think they're accidents. I don't know. I'm still gay, but it's whatever. I think I upset them more because I was like, I still like girls. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's different.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of follow-up questions to go along with a lot of what we're talking about. But I guess we'll get to that. Let's hit another myth. If a gay couple, man to man, woman woman, whatever the couple is, adopts a child, is that child more prone to being gay or?
No, that's definitely
Different.
untrue. I was previously married to a woman, and I adopted her children, and neither my son or daughter are gay at all.
So it's not
caught
like
them in the act of not being gay. So I'm pretty sure you can sort of tell from a young age if somebody's truly
for sure
gay or not.
Right.
You can.
Yeah.
But no, I would say no.
Okay. I mean, I feel like you don't bump elbows with them and then they're gay. They change,
I get the whole
whatever their
products of
orientation.
our environment sort of deal.
Right.
But there's much more to a child's environment than just their home life, So I disagree if people think otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
They're dumb.
Is it? I guess second part to that question is it harmful to kids?
To have gay parents?
Yeah.
What do you think?
This looks like we're gonna get a.
I mean, in the fact of like people being judgmental, or are you talking about you feel like they're not going to be loved?
I guess what.
It's the bullying in school that got to my two children. They got bullied in school hard. for having two moms and one that sort of looked like a boy but didn't understand. And my children love me and they love their other mother, but just.
To be honest, do you think that's coming from them, or do you think it's coming from their parents?
I'm not sure. I think that they want to defend us, or defend their life, but they can't because of the mass majority.
Yeah.
The mass majority of people have a dad and a mom, not two moms.
Right. That's normal because
it strikes another fifth grade child as weird and different, and you're
cool. I want to be weird and different.
Yeah.
Oh. Most kids want to fit in and they want to be accepted and be popular because that's what makes.
I thought that too when I was younger, and now I'm like, get away from me right now. I don't want you to come over. No.
Yeah.
Don't stay too long.
So I guess in the grand scope of things, as far as harmful, the actual specific parents being harmful isn't. It's the outside
it's probably less
influence
unlikely for the parents to be harmful to
right.
their children because they sort of chose that deal. It wasn't an accident.
Right.
Right. It was like I chose to adopt my children, or two gay people chose to adopt this child, so they made a choice. It wasn't like, oh, whoops, I got drunk last night and now I'm pregnant. Sort of shit.
Right. And I mean, you look at it, it was a child without parents that has parents now.
Right.
So one less orphan, or childless parent out there. But them being gay, it doesn't put the child at danger.
Right.
No.
Well, I just don't think kids really care at that point because they just want to be loved. I mean, isn't that kind of all what it is?
Yeah. Then,
I can totally see what you're saying though with the outside.
Right.
That's
stuff. When it ends up
That's
affecting.
when it affects them. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I don't see why that wouldn't matter at all.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, this is just me, my opinion. I feel like the outside influence, it'll start like maybe weighing a toll when they start getting bullied or dealing with people who are like, oh my God, you're weird. And then maybe the backlash of that child going to their parents, then maybe having resentment towards their parents because they don't fit in over here, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I could see that happening in households where like, the kid's getting bullied or people are talking about them at school, and then all of a sudden their brain starts to switch like, why did you guys do this to me or something, I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like I could see all sorts of different.
I mean, kids get mad at their parents for everything though, so I mean,
right.
I know what you're saying. Like,
Very true.
Yeah.
I could see it, definitely see it, like as resentment, but I don't know.
I don't think it's necessarily the way they really feel as much as like.
Honestly,
right.
I got more resentment for taking the phone away than ever for being.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, you're
kids.
right. Kids do get mad at everything.
Yeah.
The older they get, teenage years, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
And in today's day and age, the whole gay factor isn't as prominent as it was 15 or 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more widely accepted.
For sure.
So, so another myth we have on here is no one is born gay. It's a choice. You can choose not to be gay, or you can choose to be gay.
I mean, I think I already said that.
Right.
It's really not a choice. If I could have chose to be like everybody else to make my life easier, sure, I want to meet some guy who's going to take care of me where I don't have to work. That would be great. I would love that.
Right.
But no, I work
as
hard.
As long as he takes care of my family too.
Right.
And that's pretty easy to find when you're a straight woman nowadays.
Right.
Big tits and long hair, and that's all you need.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? It's
Yep.
It really is wild.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like I don't want to sound like sexist or anything, but I feel like women like that, you throw a picture on Instagram nowadays and your life has just gotten that much easier. You got all the attention you want. It's like
super easy.
All this craziness now.
You know those memes where it says like these girls who put their hair up in a bun and then me putting my hair up in a bun and it looks like just a hot mess?
Yeah.
That's how it usually goes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. I got two more. True or false? Bisexuals are more prone to changing partners more, having more partners. So the way I kind of perceive this is the misunderstanding of what being bisexual is. I think people think like they bounce around to a lot of different partners a lot. As opposed to just...
I mean, I don't really know, but it's whoever they feel love them the most.
Right.
I guess. I'm not sure what other people feel about it or how they look at it, but
Yeah.
I mean, who cares?
Right.
You're a person.
Right.
Why do you have to be bisexual? Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's what when I was looking at things, so that's what I was seeing. It's people that I guess didn't have an understanding for a lot of things, thought that for some reason they related being bisexual to just like being fast and loose with everyone, as opposed to like...
Oh, like they don't turn anybody down, like
right, man, woman, like
okay, I get what
there's,
you're saying.
you know, as opposed to just loving one sex, you know, and to me, like being bisexual is just, I fell in love and had a partner that was a man, and then I fell in love and had a partner that was a woman, and I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I would just think like they're more open to different
Right.
things, but just like you said,
Like, why
whoever
does it
they
matter?
actually
Right.
love or like is who, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you
Just
can't help
a
who you're
normal-
attracted to.
Right,
Exactly.
right,
You know what
I mean?
exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Like I mean, I'm saying not that you won't do that, but like after 35 years, you're like, oh, he's hot.
Yeah, right.
And then you're like, what? Like, did you just say that to me? Get out of here.
Taken back.
Yep.
That's funny. Cool. So, all right. I got one more myth that I wrote down on here, and I think this is a big one. And we kind of had this conversation earlier. We just did the mental health episode yesterday, and I think a lot of what we're going to talk about ties into this. So one myth that I saw was gay people are more prone to being mentally ill and also abusing drugs and alcohol. So it sounds like they kind of tie in your sexual orientation with an illness.
Yeah, I sort of feel like that's a total cop-out.
Right.
Right.
I know a lot of people mentally ill and that abuse drugs and alcohol that wouldn't even entertain the fact of being gay.
Right.
Right.
Not even.
Right.
I mean, I was in rehab once as a teenager, and I was the only gay person there too. So 1 out of 25 people. I mean, can we really make that statistic true? That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Not to me.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's just a cop out. Isn't that what everyone's looking for in
Yeah.
publicity these days?
Yeah.
Is a cop out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They love the numbers and the correlations.
Yeah.
And all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
They want to be able to explain it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
Yeah.
everything gets a correct
Right.
hypothesis.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Some people just want to be. There's no way they can choose or grow up to be gay or whatever. There's got to be an explanation behind
Right.
why they feel the way they feel.
Right.
That's the problem.
They're
Right.
born
He's
that
looking
way.
for an answer.
That's your
or a
answer.
Yeah.
And there's
reason.
not
Everybody-
like
Everybody needs a reason for
Right.
something.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't have reason.
No, it's just like I don't have a reason for being born straight.
No.
Right.
Right.
But
Who you
that's
are.
okay for
Yeah.
some.
Like, how dare you be born
Right.
straight?
Yeah.
Right.
You're such a jerk.
People wouldn't ask you why are you straight, but they would ask you why are you gay.
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
that's,
Right.
Exactly.
they don't think twice when you say I'm straight. You
Right.
don't even say I'm straight. It's not even a thing.
Right.
You're just assumed to be
Assumed,
straight
yep.
until proven otherwise.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like being guilty of something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's
exactly
a good point.
like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, so let's kind of get into like the whole reason we're doing this episode, Pride Month. It's a big month for celebration and stuff. So, to you guys, what is Pride Month? What is it to you? What is Pride for you?
I don't know. Any day.
Normal day.
Like I live every day, proud to be who I am. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and by the end of the day, fuck you guys. I don't care. I'm gay.
I mean, I sort of have to agree. I mean, nobody needs a legislative month.
Right.
But we don't need. Every day is our day. I mean, every day is anyone's day.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that it happens all the time. You know, there's Pride Month, there's Black History Month, there's all these months dedicated to different groups of people instead of just like
People.
Right.
Yeah.
Why can't they just be people?
People being people.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I don't need a reward for being gay.
Right.
I really, I don't want a reward for being gay. That's just almost like I'm in a competition. Like,
Right.
I'm not trying.
You just want to live.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have
life.
way too much fun with people.
Yeah.
Like the last time I got my hair cut, I walked in and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I have a question." And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Do you cut lesbians' hairs?" Like just. And they were like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, just wondering."
Yeah, I go to a barber shop and get the edge up every other day.
Yeah, there you go.
I need to go soon.
Right. I mean, you got to make sure because there's people out there that don't want people like us in there. So it's like, why?
Right.
You're getting money for it. I don't get it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So do you guys? Would you rather not have like the parades and stuff like that, or does it matter to you? I mean, does it bother you guys at all, or?
I mean, I don't care.
No.
As I like to see people happy. So
Yeah.
if it makes people happy in a parade and like being who they are, that's wonderful. Like
Okay.
that makes me happy. I'm gonna watch it from home
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's just too many people. I don't like the people that much anymore.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't care. Even if you guys wanted to start a straight parade, I don't care. Do it as long as you're happy.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised. Like, because there's all the people out there that go, "Yeah, you don't see us with a straight parade or a white people month or a straight people month or it's like, all right,
Like
They're
the stupidity
jealous.
that
Those
comes out of
people are
people's
jealous.
mouths.
right. Not enough attention.
There's
for them.
a guy on my Facebook who posted, I think it was like a week ago. He was like, "Why do the gays get a month? You don't deserve it." And I'm like, I'm not even gonna comment on that.
Right.
I'm not.
Why even say that?
Right?
Yeah.
Like
why?
for attention. That's what he
That's-
is. But
yeah.
he drives like one of those little smart cars.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like if you want to think that, go ahead.
said.
But why say it
Yeah.
Right.
over something
Just-
like that? Like
people need to
Because
live.
there's people on his page that'll like it, and love
Right.
it, and then there's people that'll entertain it, and then there's people that'll get mad.
Yeah.
Like it's just
They need to live off of that's exciting for them. The drama and obviously
But, like-
he's probably something's wrong with himself.
or he's bored.
Yeah, right.
there's like nobody attacking him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's nothing that's making him.
Oh, I
go
didn't
out
piss
there
anybody
and
off
say,
today.
like,
Let's try this.
yeah,
It's
you
not
went out
like-
of your way to type that in there.
Right.
The parade like went by his house and stopped and fucking, harassed him. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
saw a pride flag.
yeah.
Right.
Sadly, like what we do, being gay, affects other people's lives personally.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand it,
Why?
but other people are totally affected personally by my choices.
I
It
don't
has nothing to do with
Get
it.
it. I
see it
just
every
don't
day.
get it.
It's-
Right.
Right.
it's-
No, I know. Yeah. It makes no sense to me.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to a lot of people, but it makes sense to them.
Yeah.
We just let them live too.
That
Yeah.
kind of stuff used
Yeah.
to make me so mad. Now I'm just like, I'm not even gonna worry about what
Yeah, you
what
can't.
just
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
I can't because I think I was having this conversation back to a gay couple like adopting a child.
Mhm.
I think more people have a problem with it because it's not a normal dad mom thing. It's a mom or dad.
Right.
But doesn't everybody bitch about like children not being loved enough or people like abusing their kids or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
why does that matter?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't understand it. Why does it matter if a gay couple wants to adopt
Yeah.
or have a kid?
Exactly.
It's worse than an orphan in their eyes.
Apparently.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
is.
just like,
Yep.
are you going to help me pay for the baby then? Like, you
Right.
to
Yeah.
pay for it?
Yeah.
No? Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Stay out of it. Just back up out of it. Oh boy. All right. So, kind of back to where we were talking a little before. Coming up when you were younger, did you guys realize at a young age, where did you realize that you didn't want to be with men, or you felt different from other girls that did like men? Like, what? How did that go coming up? And like, when did you become? Like, I know you said later it took a long time to start being comfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
What was like the turning point for you guys?
I didn't really have a turning point.
Just
I knew I was gay from kindergarten, and I had a crush on my very best friend.
Yeah.
I knew it on the bus. I told my sister, and she made fun of me, and I just never told anybody really. Because when you're in kindergarten, you don't act on those things. You kind of wait till you're in middle school, high school to
Right.
experience those sort of things. But I knew from kindergarten that I was gay.
Right.
I'm jealous.
I knew, and I remember telling my sister, and I also told my mom, which I never had any fear on my parents because my parents had always supported me. My mom used to cut my hair short when I was in kindergarten for me, buy me Harley Davidson sweatpants and all this boy shit. I had dump trucks when I was a little kid. I didn't play with Barbies. I never did, and my parents just got me whatever I wanted.
And we got
Again, I'm jealous.
Sorry.
So we got kind of the opposite for you, Liz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
So was it different in the sense of also you knowing growing up?
I knew when I was little
Yeah.
that my feelings and emotions looking at a female was a lot different than
Right.
a boy.
Yeah. And did that, like, how'd that weigh in your head? Were you like, oh, cool?
Well, the way I was raised in a Christian church, so I couldn't, like, I had those thoughts, but I never spoke them.
Right.
It stayed in until I was at least probably 18 or 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time to hold on to that.
Well,
Yeah.
I was naive.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop this eat.
Did you actually like sit down and say it, or did you just kind of go about it and they just recognized it?
So I told my sister-in-law. Actually, my sister-in-law knew like a long time ago, but she was trying to be nice.
Right.
And my mom is always like, oh, I can picture you with a tall, dark, and handsome guy. And I'm like, as long as his name is Jenny. And I'm like, I don't know why you keep saying that, but I'm 30. Stop it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's just like, now I'm like, Mom, I'm gay. Like, I don't, like when I had to text her because she was not in Rochester and wouldn't answer her phone. But I told her over text message that I was engaged, and her response was, okay, well, I love you, but you know how God thinks and how God works. So, you know what the Bible says. And I'm like, no, because I don't pay attention that much.
I don't read it. Didn't read that one.
I didn't. No, I read the children's Bible. You got me. Bible.
Yeah.
So Mel, you said your parents were always very supportive, that's huge. How about friends? Friends and family outside of your parents. How was that? How was your support outside of your parents?
I was really young before I got into like the middle school, high school. It was hard. I got bullied a lot for being different. I had a lot of different nicknames, which I didn't really appreciate. They were very hurtful. So when I got into the older years, I sort of made a stance and got in trouble in school a lot and threatened some people. I might have gotten expelled for some things.
Cool.
Just to make
Sweet.
So I probably can't say it, but I did get in a lot of trouble in 6th grade, and I threatened a lot of people that made it public, and I made a name for myself. I was in the paper and on the news to scare people away from me. Not that I was ever going to act on my threats, but that made it worse for my parents. I mean,
But you felt that was like an easier way
because I was really sick and tired of being bullied, so I was just basically telling everyone I was going to kill them.
Just keep away
on
from
paper. I was telling them.
Right.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
And just keep people away from me. And I'll tell you, I never got bullied a day in my life after 6th grade.
So I
Never.
kind of want to ask about that, not the threat stuff. As far as going through school, um, do you think it would have even gotten to that point if maybe the school did more too?
So
Is there more that the school can do?
school didn't
to
want
help?
it. They didn't want to do anything.
Right.
They didn't think anything of it, and they just thought I was like every other kid. And it got to a point where I was sent to a secondary school, and the principal of that school had very strong opinions on the gay community to where she didn't accept it. And within 4 days, I was expelled from that school for nothing I did.
Wow.
So I ended up getting a
Well,
GED.
yeah, you were gay.
Yeah, well, I was
Yeah.
gay, but
You should have chose
Yeah.
a different path.
The reason I was expelled wasn't gay, but the reason I
Right,
was
yeah.
actually expelled was being gay.
Right, they're
yes.
going to come up with a different reason.
I was forced into getting my GED at 15 years old, and I started college at 17 because I couldn't finish high school.
Wow.
But from 6th grade until about 9th grade, I was nobody talked to me after that. But before that, it was pretty awful. It was awful right up until college.
You know, I can only speak for Brockport because I obviously haven't gone to another school, but I've heard that a lot after school, you know, where people have talked about, you know, we all know how hard coming up through school is for anybody with with rumors and bullying, but a lot of it I hear is just Brockport and specifically, the people don't know how to accept different.
Oh.
You know, if it's anything other than quote unquote normal, there's whether it's race, sexual orientation, anything outside of that scope, there's not a lot of acceptance. And
There's not.
between the students, which, you know, a lot of them are a product of where they grown up, what they were taught, but also the teachers and the education is, it's not like they teach being acceptance for different. It's not like there's a lot of education and help if people are going through stuff, you know, I don't know.
There's not. I mean, there's really not now either. In fact, bullying is worse there because you have Facebook and Snapchat and TikTok and all those little you have cyberbullying is basically what they call it.
Right.
You know, and kids that are coming up now that are 12 and 13 and 14 that
They're cruel.
Yes, they are.
Seriously.
It's crazy.
Yes, they are.
It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
they
like
are
kids
very
are like
cruel.
a different
the
level.
cruelest, yeah.
Like,
They'll
I
put
don't know
you
what's
on
in the
blast
juice
and
these
everything
days,
in the world
or the
is
chocolate
sending
milk,
them
It's
but
bad, yeah.
they're mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They
I
are.
will go to jail for kicking one down the street.
Yeah.
And I grew up,
Like
bullying
that's-
stopped when you got off the bus.
Right.
Yeah.
And it didn't start back up until the next day.
Right.
Nowadays, the bullying goes on for 24/7.
Yeah. There's just all that
Even
unlimited
through
access.
this COVID,
Yeah.
cyber school, whatever, there's
Yep.
still
So every day is
so much.
constant dread,
Yeah.
basically.
Pretty much.
Basically.
And basically,
The kids nowadays have it a lot worse.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say things are more accepted, but not with the youth.
Right, yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you said,
Right.
kids are super cruel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They are very cruel.
And there's kids like getting depressed.
Oh yeah.
Because
Kids are
they're not
committing
in school right
suicide
now,
and
yep.
abusing drugs at young ages. They're just doing crazy things right now.
Right.
Things I would never imagine doing at 12 years old.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of kids don't know how to cope, how to handle that, and there's like we said, there's not a lot of support for that.
Your
Yeah.
parents can be as accepting as ever, like mine were. It still isn't going to make your school
Right.
experience.
Once
be
you leave
that
your
much
house.
better.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck what your parents think when you're at school.
Exactly.
Right,
Right.
yeah,
Friends
yeah,
don't
yeah.
care. They make fun of you because your parents love you.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
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 Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
even
Nobody
that-
wants their parents with them. Yep.
So how about you, Liz? So I love this because you guys are kind of opposite with some of your experiences. So so your mom was not accepting.
Oh,
and
not really that many people in my family are.
so your family as a whole.
Yeah.
And
my
then
family as a whole.
so what about friends and stuff outside of that
yeah.
then?
Well, I've dropped a lot of people that I thought were close friends.
Right.
Or they've dropped me because this pandemic is, I think, turning people batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm learning the older I get, and I used to be like an alcoholic really bad. but I stopped on my 30th birthday. So that's coming up at 3 years.
Awesome.
Yeah. So ever since then, I think I kind of have this different outlook on life, and I try not to let things get to me, like, not even a little bit. And if it does, and I can, like, feel the anxiety coming, and it's just like, all right, calm yourself down. Like,
Right.
it's going to be okay. Like, take some water. Okay.
Did you have like, was there one just big, like with me, when I hit a turning point, it was one big thing that I was like, yep, that's what really did it for me. Was that kind of what happened to you, or was it like just a lot of things that got you to that point?
So my 30th birthday, not that I'm trying to, like, boo-hoo, but all these people that I thought were really close to me, we all planned to go out for my birthday. And I was like, all right, awesome. It's my dirty 30. Like,
Yeah.
I've been planning this for the past,
Big day.
6 years. Minus 4 because I forgot. Just kidding. But, but that night, I got to one of the local bars. I don't know if you've heard of Windjammers, but I loved that place so much.
Yeah.
I spent my 30th birthday there by myself.
Come on.
Yeah. Nobody showed up. And not one person texted me and said that they weren't coming. And I was like, wow, you guys can all go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep. And then ever since I quit drinking, like, I don't get text messages from them anymore. I don't get invited out anymore because that's all we would do. is
Right.
drink.
That was the center of, that's
Right.
what the
like
glue.
it was a dangerous point where I was driving and didn't know how I was getting home.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I woke up and I was like, all right, this gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this anymore. And then August 2nd of 3 years ago.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's
you.
awesome.
It's
That's
nice.
hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's
Yes, it
very
is.
hard. It's very hard. I mean, I've become more of a stoner, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't drink.
Hey.
I mean, I'd take that.
Yeah,
I'd take
yeah,
that all day long.
It makes so much fun.
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome. All right, so let's talk for a minute about. I think I have all the letters. You guys already know.
Don't ask though, because I don't
totally
know.
get confused too on this. But
Yeah.
you're all right.
So I have written down LGBTQ plus.
If anybody's listening and knows more, let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, let's throw some comments in there and stuff like that. So one, I think I have it all. Let's just go through the letters. L, lesbian. G, gay.
Gay.
B, bisexual.
Mhm.
T, transgender.
Gender.
Okay. Like, so.
Q is queer.
Right.
Just to finish that.
So I have two questions.
So what's the difference between queer and all the other letters?
I have no idea.
That is
I don't know.
a huge. So
Yeah,
I want to jump. I want to jump back to
I don't
T
understand.
first,
Right.
and then go to the next.
Okay.
Transgender. So I know a lot just misspeaking or misunderstanding or not knowing. Transgender. What about like transsexual? Like what is that? I don't know. I don't even know if that's a word. Transsexual, transgender.
So I think, and this is my opinion, transgender person is somebody who actually physically goes and changes their body.
Right.
So it
Because
is.
they believe they were born the other sex. But then a
And they're uncomfortable with
transsexual
themselves.
is somebody who identifies as the other sex but doesn't go
Okay.
changing
Right.
their
Okay, so that
physical
T in
parts.
there covers both
I think
transgenders.
so.
Well, the plus does.
The plus.
Plus.
Yeah,
If,
the
Yeah.
if the
plus does.
T doesn't, the plus
Is the plus
does.
really on the thing now?
I think so.
I
think
I
I've heard
think it
sometimes
is
I
because
see it,
there's
sometimes I
there's
don't.
these new ones that are popping
Yeah,
up, and
you're
I'm
right.
not gonna
Wow.
lie, I have no idea.
Where's P for pansexual then? Where's
Right.
that, you
I
know?
think that is
But here's
in
the thing,
plus.
like,
Where's
why do
H
we-
for hermaphrodite?
Yeah.
Why does it
Yeah.
have to be a specific word for it?
Right.
Why
Yeah.
can't they just be people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Well, that's
There you go.
kind of. I don't know. That's kind of where what I think with all the letters. Like, I don't know. I mean, I
Just
guess.
give it a minute and we'll get all the alphabet there.
Yeah.
Right, we'll
Yeah.
just come full circle.
I
Right,
guess
add some
Just
numbers.
I don't
sing
know.
the ABCs.
I
Just
don't
sing
know
the
if-
ABCs.
I don't know if this sounds insensitive or whatever to me, but I don't know if they're just keep adding letters because they're scared for people not to feel included. But I'm like, in my head,
Then
that's
again,
just
you
like,
can just say people.
yeah,
Like you just said. That's
right,
everybody.
right.
That gets them all.
I guess
I don't
that's
know.
the simple way of
Certain
looking
straight
at it.
people would be offended because they
Yes,
want to be
yes.
separated
Yep.
from other people.
They want to be
Yeah.
And
ahead
then it
of
would start again.
the team
There's
here.
people
Right,
and there's
right.
other people.
Right.
Right.
And it would start from square one there.
Yeah.
But I do want to jump back to Q, queer. So, in my head, again, my silly head, when I hear queer, I feel like a lot of us associate that with like a negative. Like
Slur.
if I call
Like
someone a queer,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm insulting them.
That's
Yeah, it's
how I always thought.
Right?
I guess I could see that. No.
But here it
Find it
is on,
insulting, but-
it's included in here, and also what's the difference? Like I still associate queer with being gay.
Okay, yeah. I don't know the difference.
I
never wanted to say anything,
I don't
but
know
I
the
don't know the
difference
difference.
I'm not gonna lie. I
And-
don't know the difference
No.
either.
and I feel like I've gotten that answer way more than not, and I'm not. I
I mean,
haven't found a lot of clarification on
I
it.
haven't either, but
You
there's
gotta
probably
Google that stuff. You gotta
there's
Google
most
I
that.
likely
guess
people
so.
out there who do like have an answer for all of these
Right.
questions
Oh,
and
yeah.
for
Right.
all of these letters.
Absolutely.
But to be honest with you, there's so many of them. It's just like I know the first 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Me too. I feel like kind of that's kind of how we were all raised, knowing, lesbian, gay, bisexual.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever makes you happy.
Right. And I
I
feel
mean, there was no LGBT or LGB.
Growing up.
Because it started as LGB.
right.
Like so many years ago. There was no community, though.
Right.
And this is just
Right.
all kind of come forth.
Right.
It's just a thing like the cancel culture, too. That was a thing that came forth. People were offended by songs that weren't even that offensive.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at all the other crap coming out.
Oh
now.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only canceling certain things. Some things that are worse than others aren't getting canceled. Things that aren't that bad are getting. It's
I'm curious
keep
who
up.
made this little LGBTQ.
Yeah.
where it all kind of
Yeah,
started.
right.
Yeah,
Where-
and who decides
what's the
what
roots?
letter gets added and what.
I bet you
I don't
they're
know.
not part of the community. I bet you.
Right.
anything.
Probably
You know,
not.
I-
Probably
that's-
not. Yeah.
The funny thing
Yeah.
is, that's
Part of
probably.
it.
It's
Yeah.
the government.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They just keep adding letters,
Think
man.
about, yeah, you could probably
keep
go
adding
down some
letters.
crazy conspiracies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
with,
say
with
P
that.
is the next letter. Just
P?
think
Okay.
For pansexual.
I
Putting it out there.
We taking
I
bets on
thought
that?
I
or-
had a
So
conversation.
is that before the plus sign or after?
Maybe before.
Yeah, I'm assuming that plus just must be they can't keep up
I
with
think
all the
that's
letters
just
and they're
trying
like
to-
everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, they're tired of adding to it.
Right, so they're like,
Yeah, they're like, all right,
and
guys.
Open-ended
all of
We
We
you,
got
everyone
5.
else.
Just put the plus there. We're good.
I thought
That means there's more.
right. Yeah, because I think I was having a conversation with someone and they were pansexual and said that they were in the plus. Because I was, when they originally said it, I was confused, and then they said, I'm in the plus.
I might be dumb here. What is a pansexual?
Somebody who is attracted to almost anyone, meaning a woman, a man, or both. Like
All of the letters.
all of the letters.
Okay.
Anything. Yeah, that's a better way of putting
Yeah.
it. Anybody.
So any human being on
Right.
this planet right
Any
now.
human being.
Any
there
person
is.
with skin and blood and
Yeah.
Okay.
hair and teeth.
A wiener or a
gotcha.
vagina.
Yeah.
Or both.
Or both.
Or
yeah.
Or two of
Actually,
one.
now
You never
that-
know.
Now
You
that
never
we
know.
talk about that, I don't feel like there's a lot of conversation about that.
There's not a lot of people out there like that. Normally, when you're born a hermaphrodite, your parents choose.
Hermaphrodite. That's
They choose
couldn't
what
think of
prominent sex you're born in or born as, and they have that surgery performed when you're born. I've only
Right.
ever met
Oh,
one
okay.
person that had both, both organs. To
Yeah.
say that had a prominent one, but yeah, they identified as a woman but looked like a man.
So their parents choose at birth
Yeah, choose
what
at
to
birth.
go with.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, what a choice.
Was there a
Yeah,
beard?
man.
Was there a
Want
beard?
son or
I
a
want a
daughter?
beard.
Wow.
For some
A beard?
reason, I want a beard. Yeah.
But
They
it's
look
a-
fun. They look like they're a lot of work, but they look like they're fun.
I feel like
Gross.
it's the natural
Yeah, they're-
filter.
No offense,
Yeah.
guys.
I feel like I would
No.
look smarter. Just
Yeah, I
Very
mean,
huge pain.
honestly, I feel
Huge pain.
like this, like women use filters in all their pictures. I feel like my beard is my natural filter. I feel like I would look uglier without
I
it.
know.
So I'm like, oh, let me grow on my filter, and
Yeah.
maybe I'll
I feel like I look
save
like a
myself.
10-year-old when I shave,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
So weird.
I feel like that's the male
Yeah,
version.
just
of
me, anyways. Yeah, it's weird.
beards are in now. I feel like, I guess. I don't know.
guess
I
it
see a lot
really
more
depends.
beards.
Who knows what's in, man?
Because
We
the
don't know
old
what's
days,
in.
I feel like the look was clean shaven.
Yeah.
You know,
We don't know what's in.
maybe the ones
No,
without
too-
beards are getting mistaken as lesbians.
maybe.
That could be it.
Because if I can get mistaken for a dude,
Yeah.
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 why
I mean,
can't
you
they
ever
get
get
mistaken
the-
for lesbians?
Yeah, that's true.
Side
I bet.
question: do you ever get that question from people growing up or now or whatever, being that you have short hair and shit? Do you want to be a boy?
I've gotten that question.
I've gotten that question so many times, and I fucking hate that question because I don't want to be a boy. No thanks.
Right.
I don't try to be a boy, and I just.
a
Right,
good
but I also
question.
don't want
I
to be a
didn't think
girl either, so it's like I just want to be comfortable.
that.
I want to wear what I'm wearing right now to work every day.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
feel,
I kind of do. It's scrubs, just not these cool ones. So
Right.
I feel like in my head, if I was a girl with short hair, it would be because I just don't want to wake up and spend hours on my
Yeah.
Seriously,
hair.
this is the
Not that I
effort
want to
free
be a
do,
boy.
man.
Yeah.
That I just I don't want to deal with having a lot of hair.
No.
I mean, that's why I shave my head all the time.
Yes, that is
But
exactly
you
why.
would be asked why you're trying to be a boy, or do you want
Right.
to be a boy every day?
right.
At least as a child. I mean, as an adult, it's a lot different.
Right.
People can identify me as a woman now more so that I'm older because I don't have a beard or an Adam's apple or any of the
Right,
features
right.
that males have. So I was just curious.
Yeah.
No, that's a good question because I didn't think of it. On
I'll wear like
Got
the
him.
t-shirt I have on now. It's a V-neck, and they're not small.
Right.
They're hiding right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They're not small, and I
Right.
make sure that they're out sometimes so people know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But I still get those ignorant assholes that are like, "Oh, thanks, sir," and I'm like, "Oh, you're welcome, ma'am."
that's,
What the hell?
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
Why do you look like a guy? Because I'm showing you how to do it.
Right. That's great.
I like that one.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
I would love
That's
messing
kind
with
of good.
people like
That's
that.
kind of a good
I
one
wish
right
I knew
there.
that 10
Yeah.
years ago.
Right,
Oh,
no
God.
shit. If I could have just been that
Yeah,
witty.
man.
Right.
I was just
Never
like,
come up with
sure,
that.
yeah,
That's the thing. I always hate that when I come up with stuff like that way after the fact. I'm like, God damn it,
I
that was
do
a
it
perfect
all the
chance."
time, like the next day though. I
Yeah.
have hours to think
Wait,
about
can
it.
I go
and
back
I'm
to
like,
that guy
oh
now?
man, wait, I got it.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So that's kind of a good segue to the next question I had. I want to talk about pronouns. I feel like pronouns is something that's been kind of new. I don't know if it has or hasn't, but I feel like that's something that's kind of come to the forefront. It's been a big thing, a lot of attention about pronouns. One, what they are. Two, do you use them? Is that something like you believe in? Like, is that the first thing that pops in your head? Oh my God, they're not calling me by my pronouns. I guess let's start there. Pronouns.
I don't know any of them.
I didn't finish
Okay.
high school.
Except
You're
for
gonna have to
he,
go over
shit,
what a
I don't
pronoun
know.
is.
Yeah.
Like, I got. Well, I'm
like Mr.,
learning to
Mrs.,
like.
he, she. Is that
Yeah.
basically?
Like, I guess I only know the very basic
Yes,
ones
yeah.
of I'm a straight man. I want to be he, him,
He, him.
he, him.
he, him. I'm he, him.
Yeah.
There's I don't know. They got all this crazy stuff like Z.
Yeah,
Zay,
what is-
I don't know. I just don't know. I
What
didn't
was
want
that last one?
I gotta include them. I'm not trying. Like, I'm definitely not trying to make fun of it or anything.
No, I just
because
yeah.
there are people that it's very serious to. But I don't know. I mean, so obviously you guys aren't like you need to address me by my pronouns. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I don't
So
really do it. More or less, I want to be called Miss instead of Mrs. because I'm not married.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm not married anymore.
Or
Or
I'm tired of
Yeah.
being called ma'am.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean-
ma'am's
Yeah.
for like 40 plus.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Not quite there yet,
Not
guys.
quite
Right.
there yet either.
Take it back.
Yeah.
I won't
yeah.
embarrass somebody if they make a careless mistake and call me him or he
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
I'll just kind of sort of go with it and get out of whatever situation I'm in. If it's a store or something,
Right.
I don't go out of my way to make people feel embarrassed because some people make honest mistakes.
Right.
I don't get offended by it.
And I feel like if I was like, if I was talking about you and I was like, she, and you were like, oh my God, what the fuck's wrong with you, blah, 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 that would not make me want to be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, let me
Right,
correct that,
right.
as opposed to just going, look, here's the situation to have a conversation. But I feel like, with all this going on, I feel like a lot of people get in attack mode and really take it offensively as opposed to like, we can talk about it.
So maybe people of transgender might.
Right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that
I could see
I
that.
could see where that
Yeah.
would be a real big issue.
But to
Right.
be honest with you, though, a lot of transgender people get treated like that.
Mm.
Like, not everybody is okay with
Right.
calling them who they want to be called.
Right.
And
right.
it's, I couldn't imagine being, like, less frustrated that somebody wasn't calling me what I wanted
I'd
them
have
to
to
call
move
me.
across country, change my name, start over.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that was my life, that's exactly what you have to do because, like you said, most people don't. They won't accept it. They won't appreciate it.
It's not that they're
Well,
uncomfortable with it, it's just they refuse to do it.
Right.
And
Right.
then there's the people that are uncomfortable with it that don't know how to approach it.
Right. Yeah.
I hope that I'm saying this correctly because I'm not transgender, but like if I were to be around a transgender person and someone was doing that, I would defend them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Same.
I mean,
Same.
Because that's inhumane.
yeah.
I don't.
You're
Why?
just- yeah,
What is
it's
the
just
what is it
cruel.
called for?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, you're
Stupid.
purposely being just
A
cruel.
jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'm purposely going to run you over.
Right. All right. Yeah. So I kind of actually want to talk about transgender a little bit. So I guess from my stance of it, it's your body. You feel like a woman or you want to be a woman. Me as a male, I can do whatever I want to my body, right? One of the things I wanted to touch upon was now people are starting to talk about it with kids. So I kind of want to get your guys' viewpoint on that aspect of it. So I feel like as an adult, I can make that choice. I can decide whatever I want to do. What do you guys think about like parents that make that choice for their kids, or kids even maybe they're hearing stories about it or talking about it, and they start saying they want to do it? Is there a line there? Do you think?
I mean, I personally think there's a line.
Yes, but at the same time, I don't know.
Right.
Because that's not my life. I mean, if it was eventually, one day, I don't
Right.
know. But,
Yeah.
that's not something that I've
kids,
ever
They
put
go through
myself into.
phases, you know? Kids
Right.
go through phases and they think that they like something and then you don't. It's sort of like the shitty tattoos that I chose as 16 and 15. Like, I wish I never got them now.
Right.
But I really wanted them.
The
at
colorful
15.
fish is cool, though.
Oh, I really honestly think I wouldn't have made those choices as an adult. I can't really personally relate because I never wanted to be a boy. But had I wanted to, 12 years old isn't really the right age. Your brain isn't fully
Right.
developed.
Right.
It
Right.
says that it's not fully developed.
Right.
So who are you to make those choices? You can't make those choices to choose who you want to live with and where you want to go, or join the army, or drink booze, or smoke cigarettes. You can't make any of these other choices. So why can you choose to have surgery that changes your life forever?
Right.
at
Yeah.
that
Right.
age?
That's what I think about the most with so like I taught karate, I helped kids with sports and stuff, and the things that they think of, it's like the choices they have trouble making at such a young age that are simple. And then I don't know how some parents can get behind a kid that wants to make that change at such a young age. What happens if they, like you said, they get older and they change their mind or something, you know, you're letting them change something so drastic in their body at such a young age. You know, how do you deal with that? You know, if your kid came up to you and said, hey,
could be
this is what I'm thinking.
Problem.
Yeah.
You could be creating a way bigger problem for that person.
Right,
you
right.
know, they get older and they realize this is what they wanted, or they start to wonder what it would be like had they not done that.
Right.
I mean, they call
that
teenagers.
still happens to me.
They call teenagers
Yeah, right.
because teenagers have nothing to lose, and that's why they choose to behave the way they do.
Yeah.
Right.
They street fight, they sell drugs, they do crazy things.
They get away with it.
And then they have so many regrets as adults because they couldn't fathom ever doing that, and they can't believe they did it. And it's because teenagers are so vulnerable. They have nothing to live for in their brain.
Right.
I just don't think
They have
making
no
a
idea.
decision like
Yeah,
that.
right.
I can't wait for them to turn 32.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see what decisions I regret 10 years from now. You know, like the decisions I make now.
Right now?
Yeah, like.
Well, I was going to say, just think about some of the stuff you did as a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no way I would be able to make that decision.
No,
Right.
me neither.
No way.
Me neither.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm so happy to be alive.
Right. You know, it's like.
You do crazy things with your friends.
Yeah,
College is
yeah.
crazy. Those events are crazy. It's just.
I think it just goes along with so much of mental health. Our Pride episode today is every episode we have communication and like putting conversations out there and putting the education out there. You know, there's just so much discomfort that people don't.
But at the same time, I feel like if anybody's listening that knows more information
Oh yeah.
than what was just talked about, I feel like we would learn something and you would get more information.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in.
Right.
Like, I love, like, I work with a lot of different people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting when they go on their own, like, holiday or something. And it's just like, oh, what's this? And they'll explain it. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's like why we do this, is we want people to listen to it. We want everyone's input. I want to hear more stuff that I don't know about or something I was wrong about. I mean, come on. I mean, just don't be a dick about it. Like,
Right.
don't come on and be like, look, you're a fucking prick.
Yeah.
You said this and that. Like,
Yeah.
no, we do this because we want it to be totally open and like.
So were these just
Spread.
questions that you thought, like the both of you thought, or
No.
do you go out and ask people?
So
Just be like, hey, I'm doing a podcast. Do you know anything about this?
No, honestly, it's stuff like, some of it might have been stuff like I've seen either on the news or some stuff I, like when I was looking into like Pride Month and stuff like that, I would start to like, oh, let me see what myths people are saying or spreading about all of this stuff. You know, like, it's like when you get into like a click trap on Facebook and one click leads to the next click. Well, one question that I would think of that I saw on Google or something led to the next question, to the next question. Like, oh, these are all good things that I'd like to talk about and kind of get everyone's opinion, you know?
All right.
So, you know, I don't know. I just kind of wander. My brain wanders.
Yeah.
That's okay.
everywhere. I like.
I think mine does most of the day.
Yeah. It's just I try to think of the things that might be the most helpful to talk about and like cause more conversation.
Right.
You know?
Is there anything maybe that you wish, looking back, or that you think should be happening now, like in schools or something, that can take some of that, you know, the bullying and the burden and all that stuff away? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything that somebody could actually do to alleviate it a little bit, or is it just you just got to kind of find your way?
You know, with so much technology now, the schools could go ahead and do everything they wanted, but it wouldn't really stop the spread of hate. You know, there's more hate, not just in the gay community. You know, you could see some political views a certain way and not have a clue because you're 13, but because your parents believe this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's really, I wish that everybody was a little more accepting, but that's just like a hope and a dream.
Right.
Yeah.
There's always going to be that one person that's going to bitch about
There's
something.
always
Yep.
going to be.
It's
complaining
us as a
about
people that needs to
something.
really get it together.
A lot of us,
Yeah.
a lot of parents could do better by their
Yeah.
children and raise better. I wouldn't say better. Better is not the right word. Raise children that are more aware of other people's circumstances, because a lot of people know like this much of someone else's life, but it doesn't matter in that present time.
Right.
Right.
You know, and that's a lot to do with the parents and how they raise them.
Yep.
You know, we
Yeah.
are essentially products of our own environment in a way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, not
I agree
so
with that.
much of our sexual orientation or our say. The whole hype is, oh, my dad's an alcoholic, so I'm an alcoholic.
Right.
You know, going down that road. I mean, I don't believe that to be true either. It could be genetics.
Right.
It might not be genetics.
Right.
Yeah, everybody has a choice.
Right.
So
That's definitely a choice.
Yeah.
Like you choose to pick up the bottle and drink it and then put it down.
Right.
Yeah.
you can't say it's your dad's fault.
Right.
Or your mom's fault.
Right.
Or whomever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, even if it was genetics, you still go into that knowing, oh, maybe I have a chance of being an alcoholic. Oh, I'll still pick up a
Right.
bottle and drink.
Right.
Right.
Still, you
Yeah.
know, at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we hit a lot of stuff on here, and I don't know. Is there anything else crazy you guys came in thinking about, or like maybe I shouldn't talk about this, or
I wasn't really
You know?
sure. Like I said before, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen here
Yeah.
and how the setting was going to be. But, yeah, like, I don't mind telling people how my life is.
right?
Maybe someone's going through the same thing and doesn't know how to get out of it.
Yep.
And listening to me or hearing my story, they're like, oh, shit, that's how you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's why we wanted to have you guys on. You know, it's like I could sit here and talk about Pride Month. I could probably talk about all this stuff for an hour, but what do I know? I don't have any experience of what it's like to come up and come out, or have people not support me or support me. I don't have those experiences.
Depends
so,
on
And-
who brought you up.
Yeah.
Really, because
Right.
we came from different backgrounds. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it really wasn't as hard for me as it was for you.
which that's what actually.
So maybe we could do better as parents out there, people.
Well, yeah, I think
You know,
I think a
parent
lot.
your children the right way.
I think a lot nowadays is just straight lazy parenting. I
Right.
feel like, here, kid, take a tablet, go away, don't bother me. And then they got this whole life going. They're doing their thing, whatever their life is, and the parent has no idea. So how do you coach your kid on what they should do in certain situations if you're not even there? You're not involved. And I feel like a lot of it just comes down to just like laziness and not being involved in your kids'
or
lives.
being annoyed.
Right.
Because, kids these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're
That's
a
for
lot.
sure.
They're a lot. But
Just asking all the questions all the time. It's understandable why people could become alcoholics. To get away for a little
a
while.
little bit of an escape.
Yep.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thank you guys so much for coming on. I guess we'll. I don't really have anything else crazy here for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. We definitely appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
being
It was fun.
willing.
For sure.
I think we didn't get a lot of people that were like, "Oh yeah, let's do it." So it made it that much more better that you guys stepped up and wanted to come on, and we appreciate the conversation, the openness,
Yeah.
and I hope someone out there took something out of this, and
Yeah.
I
Let's
hope
hope so.
I hope it wasn't as terrible as you guys thought it would be.
No,
coming
no.
in.
I didn't think it was terrible. It turned out to be exactly how I wanted it to.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Good.
perfect.
Good. Yeah.
That's all we're looking for here.
Yeah, so again, thank you guys. Hope you enjoy the wristbands. That's about all we have to offer.
We'll bring flowers
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. Thank you guys again,
Yeah, thank you.
Johnny.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has. It
Signing
sure
out.
has. Signing out.
And so hope you guys enjoy. Peace.